on 504 absolutely essential words, unit 33.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, let's get it started with
Please.
the first word.
Mhm.
It's volunteer.
Yes.
It means person who enters any service of his or her own free will
Mhm.
to offer one's services.
Yes, so it is used both as a noun and as a verb.
Verb. Right.
Yes. Do you know the adjective of
Voluntary.
voluntary?
Voluntary.
Yes,
Voluntary.
voluntary, and the opposite of that is involuntary.
Involuntary. Right.
For example, actually in our bodies we do some tasks voluntarily. For example, this class is a voluntary activity. It means you just attended that with your free will. But breathing, for example, and even the heartbeat, your heartbeat is involuntary. It means that you're not aware of that. You see?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sentence A. The draft has been abolished and replaced by a volunteer army.
Mm-hmm. By a volunteer army. Okay. And what's the meaning of draft here?
Draft, maybe it's about piece of document, or
No.
there has been abolished a piece of law. Because of abolished, it refers to end, to officially end the law, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but draft in a military context means actually conscription. It means the act of
Conscription.
inviting soldiers to join a military service.
Right, got it.
You see, it
Yeah.
doesn't refer to a piece of document, as you said.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
So,
Okay, sentence B. Terry did not hesitate to volunteer for the most difficult jobs.
yes, Terry did not hesitate to volunteer for the most difficult jobs. So, Terry, she used to be a very active person and also industrious and hardworking, but it did not hesitate. It may mean that she does not hold that attribute anymore because it says in
Right.
the past. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did not, and refers to
Did
the simple
not.
past. Yes.
right.
Okay. So please.
Okay, sentence C. The boys were reluctant to volunteer their services to help clean up after the dance.
The boys were reluctant means
Reluctant, willing.
unwilling.
Reluctant, right, sorry, unwilling. Yeah, unwilling to, yeah, right.
Yes, they were just hesitant.
Hesitant.
Yeah. To volunteer their services to help clean up after the dance, because there's a kind of mess and they need to just clean it up after
Right.
dancing.
Prejudice. It means an opinion formed without taking time and care to judge fairly, to harm or injure.
Right. So prejudice, jid has come from the word judgment, so it means
Right.
prejudgment. Another synonym for that is prejudgment.
Okay.
When you make
Prejudgment.
judgments without evidence,
Right.
or when you jump to conclusion. In English we say jump to conclusion. You know what it means?
No, I don't know.
It means actually you come to a conclusion too soon.
Right.
You jump to jump means
Okay.
actually to make a movement very fast.
Right.
To jerk. So a person who has prejudice or who exercises prejudice all the time is called
I don't know.
the adjective form is
I don't know.
prejudiced.
Prejudiced.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it means a person who is bigot. Yeah.
Yeah.
or you can say, what do we call it? Flat-minded, not open-minded.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, sentence A. A prejudice against minority groups will linger on as long as people ignore the facts.
Yes. A prejudice against minority groups will linger on as long as people ignore the facts. Will linger on here means?
Linger on, stay in a place for a long time.
Yes, stay, remain, as long as people ignore the facts or disregard or neglect.
Yeah, neglect.
Okay.
Okay, sentence B. Eliminating prejudice should be among the first concerns of democracy.
Eliminating prejudice should be among the first concerns of a democracy. Concern here means? Here,
a point or something that should be worried about that.
Yes, it means, let's say, considerations, you can say. Yeah. Considerations. So, eliminate,
remove.
Very good. Abolish, even you can say. Should be among the first concerns of any democratic system. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, please.
Okay, sentence C. The witnesses weird, right?
Weird.
Weird.
Witnesses.
I'm not sure. Witnesses. Okay.
Yes.
The witnesses were behavior prejudiced Nancy's case.
Okay. The witnesses' weird behavior prejudiced Nancy's case.
Yeah.
So let me see.
The witnesses' unusual behavior.
Yes. Explain about the location of this. Or the context, physical location.
I think it refers to the court of law.
Right, the court of law.
Yeah.
So what witnesses weird means?
Weird, unusual, wonder.
Strange and unusual behavior in a bad way.
And Nancy was prosecuted, right?
It seems so, but we are not sure. But it makes sense because actually it is inferred.
Right.
We come to this conclusion. Nancy's case. So actually, she must be, let's say, defendant. Do you remember?
Right. Okay.
So please.
Number 3, shrill. It means having a high pitch, high and sharp in sound, piercing.
Yes, it means penetrating, piercing, and very sound of high-pitched tone. And and this is short E, so it must be pronounced as shrill.
Shrill,
yes.
Shrill. Okay, sentence A. Despite their small size, crickets make very shrill noises.
Yes. Despite means in spite of their small sizes, there are tiny creatures. They make very shrill noises. Or high-pitched noises.
The shrill whistle of the policeman was warning enough for the fugitive to stop in his tracks.
Okay. Yes, the shrill whistle of the policeman was warning enough for the fugitive to stop in his tracks. So what did the fugitive do exactly?
He or she, is it right? Yeah, he or she was escaping. He was escaping from the police.
And what happened? when the police just whistled?
Yeah, he was noticed, or he noticed that he had to stop, and I think that policeman catch him.
Caught him or arrested
Caught
him?
Yeah.
Yes. But when a person stops, let's say, in his or her tracks, it means that this is a kind of expression. It means that the person just stops because of being frightened.
Okay, got it.
So the fugitive got so frightened that he couldn't move anymore. He was just frozen at that time. Let me see. And you already explained about a fugitive. Who is a fugitive?
A criminal.
Which kind of criminal?
Someone who escaped from the police.
Yes, very good. A criminal who has just escaped the prison. Okay,
sentence C. A shrill torrent of insults, right?
Yes.
Of insults poured from the mouth of the shrieking woman.
Yes. A shrill torrent of insults poured from the mouth of the shrieking woman. So shriek is the verb form of shrill.
Shrill,
there is a slight change and nuance, but anyway, so shrill is an adjective, and also it could be a noun. It means yell, yelling, screaming, and shriek is the verb form of that. So she must be a, let's say, foul-mouthed person. It means that she uses a lot of curse and nasty words.
She often someone else.
There was a trail or torrent, it means flood of or a stream of insults or bad words or a scare or swear, even curse, swear.
Right.
Poured from, it means just coming out of
the
mouth of the shrieking woman.
Number 4, jolly. It means merry or full of fun.
Yes, merry means
happy.
Yes. Jolly means full of life, full of fun, amusing, and so happy, ebullient.
Right.
Okay.
Sentence A. The jolly old man, an admitted bigamist, had forgotten to mention his first wife to his new spouse.
Yeah, that is a lame excuse, but anyway. So, and also he was an old person. Who is an admitted person? What does admitted here mean? Admitted a person who confesses or who made confession that actually he has done something wrong. He has done something, perhaps something wrong. So it means self-confessed.
Okay.
So he was a bigamist. A bigamist means?
Bigamist means someone who has two wives or two husbands.
Yes, 2 wives or 2 husbands. So 2 spouses. So he himself confessed that he was a bigamist. So he here accept doesn't make sense. It means he acknowledged that. He just made it, clarified it.
Sentence B. When the jolly laughter subsided, the pirates began the serious business of dividing the gold.
Right. When the jolly laughter
subsided, descended.
Very good, yes. It's quenched.
Yeah.
Or just went down and subsided. The pirates, who's a pirate?
Pirate means a person who sails on seas and attack the other boats and steal something that is important. Or
Right.
yeah.
Yes, they are thieves, just navigating or cruising or sailing on the sea and stealing other or even attacking other boats and ships and just taking away their properties.
Right.
Yes. So when they were just celebrating, after their celebration and laughter, they just decided to divide or somehow share their properties and something that they had already stolen.
Right.
Okay, so please.
Okay. Sentence C. Are you aware that a red-suited gentleman with a jolly twinkle in his eyes is stuck in the chimney?
Yeah, this is so unimaginable, let's say. Are you aware or are you conscious, do you know that a red-suited gentleman, a person in a red suit, it means coat and trousers that sit with a jolly twinkle. Twinkle here?
Twinkle means a gleam in his eyes, a gleam.
Yeah, a gleam, usually showing that actually the person is happy and it's an expression of happiness. Gleam or gleam of light or hope,
Right.
in his eyes is stuck in the chimney. Yeah.
Right.
This is strange.
But what's the meaning of stuck in the chimney here?
Yeah, that's why I said it is so unimaginable.
Yeah.
It means that that person with all those characteristics is just trapped in the chimney. Chimney, do you know chimney?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
a vertical pipe that allows. Yeah.
So maybe actually he was about to clean that chimney on the roof, and he just fell down into the chimney in the corridor or that place, and he got stuck.
Yeah, it is too unimaginable, as you said.
Or maybe he was trying to steal something or break in a house that did not just, let's say, belong to him.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Okay, number 5, witty. It means cleverly amusing.
Amusing, yes. Cleverly amusing. Usually in words, when you use words or in your speech, you tend to be witty.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, sentence A. Mr. Carlson's witty introduction qualifies him as a first-rate speaker.
That's right. Mr. Carlson's witty introduction is clever and amusing, sharp introduction qualifies him as a first-rate speaker or lecturer or spokesperson or spokesman. First-rate?
First-rate means the higher rank, the highest rank.
Yes, means top level, as you said, highest rank.
Or the best speaker.
Yes, best and the best example. Or Okay, so.
Okay, sentence B. Faye is too slow to appreciate such witty remarks.
Yes, because if a person is not brilliant or intelligent enough, the person cannot just understand witty remarks.
Yeah,
because
right.
It takes, let's say, IQ, almost a normal level of IQ to understand what witty remarks are.
Right.
And the noun form is witticism, and even another noun is wit, W-I-T.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay, sentence C. The lawyer tried to prosecute the case by being witty and thereby entertaining the jury. Right?
Yes, jury. Yes, the lawyer tried to prosecute the case by being witty and thereby entertaining the jury.
Yeah.
So he was trying to amuse or entertain the jury. So let me see. Prosecute,
it means, for example, someone in a court of law that's in charge of a crime, is in charge of a crime, and they want to say that they are guilty.
Yes, means to just litigate a person or sue a person, sue, S-U-E, or to bring a person to the court of law for the sake of just judgment, being judged in the court. This is called prosecution.
Right.
Okay, the case by being witty, thereby entertaining the jury. Who are jury people?
Jury people, they are as a judgment, and someone who judges another person for doing something.
So you mean that they are judge?
Yeah.
We have just one judge, but there are some people. In a court of law, we have just one judge.
Okay. No. For example, we have one judge and some colleagues. For example, I think 4 colleagues.
Jury include 12 people.
12
generally.
People.
Yes.
Okay. That they work together to decide about guilty person or not. Yeah.
So they can help the judge to make a judgment and actually to make sentences.
Right.
Sentence here doesn't mean actually several words.
Right.
It refers to the punishment or retribution that is addressed to a person as a convict. So yes, they help the judge, but it is the judge who makes the final judgment or the ultimate judgment.
Okay.
Yeah. And so let me see. Who was it trying to thereby entertaining? So the lawyer was trying to make a great impression on the jury by amusing them, by entertaining them. You see?
Right.
In order to exert influence, in order to just make them believe something or
believe.
Yeah. Okay. So please.
Okay. Hinder. It means hold back or make hard to do.
Right.
Sentence A. Deep mud hindered travel in urban centers.
Yes, deep mud hindered travel in urban centers. Usually in urban areas we don't have so much mud, but in rural places, yes, that is strange. But anyway, the place was so muddy, and mud is the mixture of soil and water that is somehow disgusting and dirty. And,
exactly.
So hinder as a noun, do you know the noun form of hinder?
The noun form? I don't know.
Hindrance.
Hindrance?
Yes, it doesn't have E.
Okay.
At the beginning, in the middle. HINDRANCE,
Got it.
not DER.
Hindrance.
Yes. Hindrance means impediment.
Yeah.
Obstacle, obstruct. Okay.
Okay, sentence B. The storm hindered the pursuit of the fleeing prisoners.
The storm hindered the pursuit of the fleeing prisoner. So, let me see. Prisoners. Is the prisoners were trying to escape, flee, to get away, to run away very fast in a rapid pace. And so there was an obstacle, and that was the storm, because it just impeded them.
Yeah.
The pursuit means the following or the activity of, So impede is a very good synonym for hinder. IMPEDE.
IMPEDE. Okay. Impede.
Yes. So their attempts were impeded.
Right.
Okay, please.
Okay, sentence C. Mona's gloomy nature hinders her relationships with other people.
Mona's gloomy nature hindered her relationships with other people. So what was the big problem?
The big problem was her depressing, gloomy nature.
Yes, depressing nature. Yes, temperament. Yes, or feelings. So she was always sad, and actually a wet blanket, you can say. She was such a wet blanket. It means actually she when she appeared in a place, the other people actually became sad, because it is contagious.
Right.
And because of that, her relationships did not come to fruition, and she didn't have a lot of friends, or let's say old friends. She used to lose them.
Okay, number 7. Lecture. It means speech or planned talk, scolding, or to scold.
Right. So it has several meanings, as you're familiar with. You used to give some lectures, so that is one of the meanings of that. But the other one actually is to chide. Also, you can say CHIDE. It means to criticize a person so severely.
Or scold.
Yeah, scold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sentence A. Rarely have I heard a lecture with such clear illustrations.
Rarely. Yes.
I have a question about the structure of this sentence. Why we have I here?
Yeah, because it is inverted, or it is an inversion form of a sentence because of rarely. Rarely is a very strong word, or adverb, and generally in English, when we use some special words at the beginning of sentences, those sentences must be inverted. It is exactly like not only. For example, not only did I do that, but I did that too. So this is something like this. There are some other words in English, such as barely, rarely, seldom, not only, neither, hardly. When you use these words at the very beginning of sentences, even if they are not questions, they take the form of a question. They take interrogative question, interrogative forms. Okay?
Clear? Yeah, it's clear.
Have we heard a lecture with such clear illustrations? So for such a long time I had not attended any lecture that was so impressive and expressive with so many illustrations. I enjoyed it.
Okay. Right. Sentence B. Henry's father lectured him on the awesome perils of drug addiction.
Yes. Henry's father's lectured him here means lecture.
Scold
Yes,
him.
scolded and
Yeah,
criticized him, warned him against the awesome peril. Awesome here means?
Awesome, great.
Yeah,
or,
means huge.
Huge.
Means so noticeable, so huge, so marked.
Right.
Peril or dangers of drug addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually if a person becomes an addict, it is very difficult to get to just deal with that addiction and control it and get out of it.
Right. Yeah.
And do you have a question?
No.
So let me see. Awesome peril of. Okay, please.
Okay, sentence C. A famous journalist delivered a lecture on prejudice in the press.
Yes, a famous journalist delivered a lecture or
delivered a lecture.
For delivery, you can say
deliver.
Gave a lecture.
Gave, or can we say declare?
No.
Okay.
We don't say declare a lecture. Doesn't collocate with that.
Collocate. Yeah. Right.
Make a speech. You know, or present a speech, give a presentation, give a lecture, you know, on prejudice in the press, because press here means
news.
Yes, news or news agencies and news business. So the person, the journalist, actually gave a lecture on dire consequences or negative impacts of exercising prejudice or discrimination.
Right.
Okay. So
okay. And number 8, abuse.
Right.
It means make bad use of.
Use of.
Use of. Use wrongly.
Right.
Treat badly. Scold very severely.
Severely.
Bad or wrong use.
Very good.
Bad treatment.
Yes. Okay. Abuse, when it is used as a verb, it is abuse. When it is used as a noun, it is
noun. Abuse.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah. Sentence A. Those who abuse the privileges of the honor system will be penalized. Penalized.
Yes.
Okay.
So those who abuse or misuse or use wrongly or violate the rules of the privileges or rights or principles of the honor system will be penalized or punished. Explain about honor system. What kind of a system is that?
I don't know. I didn't, and I wanted to ask you about this.
Okay.
Honor system.
You didn't find it in your Longman dictionary?
No, I didn't. I searched. Yeah.
Okay. Honor system is a agreement. Is a kind of agreement in any kind of, let's say, organization or group or membership, according to which the members just make this promise to trust each other.
Right.
So it's a system of trust in any organization or even membership. You know, for example, there are some friends and they just want to stay loyal to each other, and they just go through an honor system.
Sentence B. The editor apologized for the abuse we had suffered as a result of his article.
Yes. The editor apologized for the abuse we had suffered as a result of his article. So he must have written or edited an article that was so insulting, to some people, and he just showed up and he just apologized for that to the people who who just took that offense.
Right.
So the edition or the article was so offensive.
Got it.
Seems so.
Okay.
So let me see. Apologize for the abuse we had suffered as a result of his article. What is an article here in this context?
Article means maybe an essay.
No, it's not an essay.
Article.
It's different from an essay.
Yeah, I know, something that you publish, for example, in a magazine or newspaper.
Very good,
Yeah.
So it's not an essay. You do not publish your essay in a newspaper. Essay is educational or academic. For example, you just publish your essay or submit your essay to your teacher for assessment. This is, for example, like IELTS essay. You just write it for being evaluated, but you do not publish your essay in an article. Article is more scientific, is more serious, is longer, generally longer. An essay is usually a couple of paragraphs, but an essay is generally longer. These are some differences between an essay and an article.
Sentence C.
Okay.
Brutal abuse of children in the orphanage was disclosed by the investigation.
Right. Brutal abuse of children in the orphanage was disclosed by the investigation. Disclosed.
Make known.
Yes. Shown.
Reveal.
Revealed. Yes, very good. So brutal or cruel,
very violent.
Yes, cruel is the best synonym for that. Orphanage.
It's a place, a large house, or a large place that's they keep some childs.
Orphans.
Some orphans. Yeah.
Parentless children.
Parentless, yeah. And, number 9.
Yes.
Mumble. It means speak indistinctly.
Indistinctly, yes.
Yeah. Sentence A. Ricky mumbled his awkward apology.
Yes. Ricky mumbled his awkward apology.
Yeah.
Awkward apology. Awkward here means
awkward when you feel shame, or when you feel inconvenience.
Yeah, it is difficult for you. It is clumsy,
Yeah.
and embarrassing. So he wanted to just make that apology, but it was difficult, so he mumbled it. Yeah. Sorry, didn't just clarify that I'm sorry. If you make a mistake, you should have that courage to make an apology.
Yeah, sure.
Generally, some people are so proud or arrogant. You see, sometimes we are not sure about Ricky, but generally, some people are so full of conceit, or they are so conceited that it is very difficult for them to make an apology, usually in public.
Right.
And because of that egotism.
Okay, sentence B. This speech This speech course will encourage you to stop mumbling and to speak more distinctly.
Right. This speech course, for example, about making conversations and making small talks, will encourage you to stop mumbling and to become more confident and to speak more distinctly and clearly.
Exactly.
For example, if you want to be a journalist, a lawyer, it is very important for you to develop some of those skills to become fluent speakers and also confident speakers.
Right.
Okay,
sentence C. When the witness continued to mumble, the judge asked him to speak up.
Yes, the judge ordered him to speak louder.
Yeah.
Speak up here means to speak louder.
Increase the volume.
Yes, exactly. And let me see.
Number 10, mute. Means silent or unable to speak.
Right.
Sentence A. The usually defiant child stood mute before the principal.
The usually defiant child stood mute before the principal. A principal?
Principal here means a teacher, can we say, or tutor?
No, it refers to the director of a school, manager of the school.
Manager of the school, okay.
Yes. So the defiant child means?
Defiant child means a child who, as a matter of fact, doesn't want to accept something that is true or do something, only reject something or prevent.
The verb
something.
is defy. So
Defy.
The boy, the child who was defying or disobedient,
right,
stood mute or submissive, or he surrendered, and succumbed to the principle. Here, before means in front of. It doesn't refer to the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
In front of.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sentence B. People are no longer willing to remain mute on the subject of abuse of gun control.
People are not, let's say, flexible here to remain mute, to say nothing in reference to the subject of abuse or misuse or wrong use of gun control.
Right.
So it's clear, yes.
Yeah. Sentence C. The horror of the famine left the inhabitants of the land mute with their tragic memories.
Yes, the horror or fear or phobia of the famine means?
Famine means a situation in which most of people don't have any food, and or maybe just a little food to eat.
Yes, we say starvation. Yes, left the inhabitants of the land mute with their tragic memories, because they used to have some or experience some famines in the past, so it was so horrifying to them to even actually review their old memories.
Right. Number 11.
Right.
What? It means small, soft mass, to roll or crush into a small mass.
Right.
Sentence A. To decrease the effects of the pressure, the diver puts wads of cotton in his ears.
Yeah, because when you go deep into the water or into the abyss, the pressure of water increases. proportionately. Yeah, so
Right.
you need to protect your ears from the high level of pressure
Yeah,
water.
exactly.
All right.
Okay, sentence B. The officer challenged George to explain the wad of $50 which he had in his pocket.
The officer challenged George to explain the wad of $50 which he had in his pocket. So George must be a child, because we can come to this conclusion because the officer just took him, checked him, inspected him, and he found a bundle of $50, say bundle of $50 in his pocket, and usually $50 for a child is so much.
Yeah.
So
right.
We can come to this conclusion that George must be a child, a young person. Yeah. Or from another perspective, it could be inferred in this way that George was about to bribe the police officer. You know bribe?
No, I don't know.
B-R-I-B-E. It means to give money to a person in authority to do some, so that he or she does something to you. For you.
Right.
You see, maybe he was about to give that money to the police so that the police could do something, or actually does not care about anything, or we are not sure, but anyway.
Yeah.
There are two possibilities.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, and sentence C. Because the automatic firing mechanism was defective. Let's one more time. Because the automatic firing mechanism was defective, the hunter had to wad the powder into the gun by hand.
Yes. Because the automatic firing mechanism was defective, the hunter had to wad the powder into the gun by hand. So, automatic mechanism was defective, means problematic. It didn't function well.
Right.
So the hunter had to just press, or let me see, had to wad the powder or create a layer or mass of gunpowder into the gun by hand, manually. You say manually, not automatically.
Right.
Manually means by hand, because man in Latin means hand.
Hand. Right.
That's why we have manufacture, means produce something.
By hand. Okay. Manufacture. And number 12, retain. It means keep, remember, employ by payment of a fee.
Right. Do you know the noun form of retain?
The noun form? No, I don't know.
Retention.
Retention.
R-E-T-E-N-T-I-O-N.
Okay. Sentence A. Despite her lack of funds, Mrs. Rayleigh retained a detective to follow her spouse.
Okay. Yeah. Despite her lack of funds, it means although she didn't have so much money. Despite her lack of money, she hired. Gave money or employed a detective to follow her spouse. For what reason?
To follow her spouse, as a matter of fact, to find out is there any other woman in his life or not.
Yes, she became suspicious. Say suspicious.
Suspicious.
Okay,
sentence B. China dishes have the unique quality of retaining heat longer than metal pans.
Okay, unique.
Unique.
China dishes have the unique quality of retaining or keeping heat longer than metal pans. All right, so it's clear, please.
Yeah, sentence C. Like the majority of people, I can retain the tune, but not the words of a song.
Yes, because sometimes I myself have this feature. Sometimes I don't forget. I do forget the lyrics. You know, I experienced it. Sometimes it's very difficult for me to just remember or retain the exact words of a song, but I know the melody. I just clearly remember the melody of that. You see?
Yeah, exactly same here. Yeah.
Because that melody sticks in my mind for a longer period of time in comparison to the words. And